Hello, and thanks for taking a look at this video presentation about the CVUUS ground floor project. Since the fall of 2014, many from CVUUS have helped to envision all the great things we will be able to do with the ground floor space once it is built out and completed. There have been many great ideas, and they seem to boil down to three things: food, fellowship, and community. It's exciting to think it could all be done in 18 months or so. My name is Steve Meyer, and I'm happy to take you on a tour of the project. The ground floor project includes a number of pieces. This presentation video will show each of the major parts of the project, building up from the most basic needs to nicer elements. What will be shown are design ideas, and not final specifications, so they can be easily changed based on comments from the congregation. First, in order to use the ground floor, we will need to build walkways and create an entrance area. New windows and doors are also required. A covered entry canopy provides protection from rain and creates an inviting entryway. There is a durable glass shield on top. Inside the building, there are also several basic infrastructure needs, including an elevator and finished stairs, and basic bathrooms. Some plumbing already exists in these spaces from the original building construction. Basic heating and air circulation systems will be required. And a significant amount of sound deadening material will need to be added between the sanctuary floor and the ground floor ceiling to enable multiple activities or community events at the same time. Food! A kitchen has always been identified by the congregation as a key element of the project. After much research and discussion, we believe that a higher-end residential-style kitchen will both satisfy our needs and meet safety requirements. This will be simpler to build and operate, and is less expensive than a full commercial kitchen. We propose to finish the multi-purpose room library simply, with basic walls, a conference table, and chairs. A plan for shelving, cabinetry, computers, and equipment will be prepared for when funding and/or volunteers become available. An entry vestibule is needed for energy conservation, sound suppression, and boot storage for separate ground floor events. Audio and video equipment, consoles, and an area for storage and controls is also required. In addition to the sound deadening described earlier between the floors, we will need acoustic tiles and panels to ensure good sound quality for activities and events in the ground floor. Floor finishing options are still being investigated. Concrete polishing or carpeting, or a combination of both, will enable a range of uses for the spaces. The costs for the different options are comparable. Chairs, tables, and other basic furnishings and equipment are necessary for our uses of the space. So far, we have shown the major project elements that the ground floor design team believes are necessary to fulfill the basic needs for the ground floor. In addition to these basic needs, there are a number of items we would recommend if funding and/or volunteers were available. The original design for the sanctuary called for us to open up the staircase when the ground floor was completed. It would look something like this, adding a beautiful touch to the upstairs and inviting people to the downstairs space. Fire code requires a fully closed separation or firewall between the two floors. So opening the staircase upstairs would require an enclosure at the bottom of the staircase. have choices about how to design this enclosure. A basic version, such as this, or a nicer looking version, such as this, which looks like the upstairs scrim wall, would cost extra. A built-in bench with storage would add a beautiful and functional element to the project. Shelving and casework in the multi-purpose room will be needed at some point, but we can make do for a while with the basic furnishings for this space. Once completed, the southern side of the building will beg for gardens, benches, and perhaps a patio gathering space. These too can be added later as funding or volunteers are available. Thank you for watching this video on the design elements of the CVUUS ground floor project. Your comments and suggestions are welcome to any of the members of the design team, shown here, or you can send us comments by email to groundfloor@cvuus.org. Thanks again for watching.